This is the high protein green chili enchilada, and although you can't see it underneath the vegetables, guys, you are going to be amazed as how tasty this is and how much protein is in this meal. If you guys are feeling spicy, but you also have some goals to reach, you guys are gonna absolutely love today's recipe video. What we're gonna be making is we're gonna be making high protein, lower carb, green chili enchiladas, and they taste so good. You guys are gonna love them. Let's not wait any longer. Let's dive right in to getting it prepped. So first off, what we're gonna do is I like to bulk prep my chicken. So what we have already done is we have already bulk prepped the chicken. Now I'm gonna show you guys what I do next. These guys will make your life a lot easier, I promise you. All right guys, so we already have the chicken bulk prepped. This is just one family pack of chicken breast right here. And this is how I typically always bulk prep my protein sources. Same thing with my carbohydrate sources. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just take a big old Tupperware container and I'll either cook up one family pack of chicken at a time. Sometimes if I have like a busy week, I'll even make up 2 of them at a time. And then what I like to do is I like to take these guys right here, the handy dandy meat scissors, and I can guarantee you guys, compared to using a knife, even though that's a bread knife, this is going to make your life so much easier. Look at how fast you can start chopping up this chicken. It literally takes like half the time doing this. So I promise you get yourself some shears and you will thank me later. And I just wanna mention too, I typically do a lot of bulk prepping like this, where I just cook up a lot of chicken breasts or I cook up a lot of a certain protein source at a single time and just stow it away so I can grab and go. I even do the same thing with my carbohydrates. I have a rice cooker, which is an absolute game changer. And a lot of times I'll make up rice for the whole week. And I don't necessarily get separate Tupperware containers and do like the full 9 yards when it comes to meal prepping. I'll just keep the protein in a big Tupperware like this, and then I'll keep the carbohydrates in a separate Tupperware, much like this, and I'll just grab and go, because a lot of times I just like to mix up the different vegetables or mix up the different sauces. So if I already have a couple options of proteins already bulk prepped like this, and I also have a couple different carbohydrate options bulk prepped also like this, I can just grab inside the refrigerator even on the busiest of days and know for a fact that I'm gonna be reaching into a better option when I'm in a time crunch compared to if I didn't have these options prepped. And whenever we are cutting the meats, I can guarantee you this guy's always around. What do you want? All right guys, now that we have the protein prepped, ready to go, all cut up, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start assembling. And we're gonna kick it off with the carbohydrate source first. Today, again, we're gonna be keeping it lower carb, higher protein. And so for the wrap that we're gonna go with, we're gonna be using the Joseph's Flax Oak Bran and whole wheat lavish bread wraps. So that's a mouthful. It's the Joseph's Lavish Wraps, and these guys are incredible when it comes to the macros. I actually do want to read it out for you. For a whole square, which is what we're going to be using today, is 120 calories, 3 grams of fat, and then for the carbs, it's only 16 grams of carbs, and get this, 12 grams of protein in a whole square. So extremely low in carbs. This is for my personal goals right now. Right now I am cutting. I am still trying to lose body fat. So my carb intake needs to be a little bit lower. And if your goals are different and you are looking to be in a caloric surplus and put on some muscle for your current goal, then you can always choose for a normal flour tortilla option instead. This is gonna have a little bit more carbs in it. So today, for myself, we're not gonna be using it, but for you, feel free to use it. So what we're gonna do, guys, we are going to bust this guy open. And unfortunately today, I didn't have a fancy bowl or anything prepped, so we're gonna be using a standard Tupperware. This is all we have to work with today, so this is what we're gonna work with today. So I'm just putting on the scale right away to get the whole process going. Again, I just tracked one whole wrap. This is what the wrap looks like right here. What the hey? All right, we're back before I was so rudely interrupted. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take this square, and it actually fits perfect in this Tupperware. And what I like to do is I like to press it on in. So it's going to look just like this. And next up, what we're gonna do is today we are going to be using, and you can always change up the amount of protein or the amount of chicken in here to help match your macros. But for myself, we're gonna be using 110 grams of chicken. And I just take this and I sprinkle it all on in here, not on the side of the table. So we're gonna sprinkle this all in here, 110 grams. And truthfully in here too, I actually like to take the chicken and shred it up. So honestly, I'm gonna go in with the hands, get a little nasty with the meat here, shred it up so it's super fine. And then we're gonna dive into the next ingredient that goes in there. And this one might throw you guys off a little bit. I don't know if you're ready for this. All right, so for the next ingrediente, we're gonna be using 80 grams of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And yes, we are gonna throw it right on top of the chicken on the inside. So what I found out is when you bake plain non-fat Greek yogurt, it actually turns into this like happy, molten, almost like cheese in a sense when you bake it up, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 80 grams on the inside just like so. And once you do that, then I just like to go in with the spoon and just kind of push it all around so it's evenly spread throughout the entire chicken. And again, when you throw this, we're gonna be cooking this in the microwave today just because we're gonna keep things quick and easy. And honestly, the microwave keeps like the shell soft, which I personally enjoy, but you could totally throw this in the oven too, and that would like crisp the tortilla up a little bit more. So this is what it looks like right here. Then what I like to do, I like to take some of this Old Paso taco seasoning mix and just put it right up on top. And again, I don't really mix it in. I don't get too crazy. This is basically what it looks like when it's all done. You can't really see the chicken in there, but there's, again, 80 grams non-fat Greek yogurt on top, sprinkling that taco seasoning up top. And then from here, what we are going to do is we're going to wrap this guy up. So you can already see it fits in there oh so nice. And all I gotta do now is just do one fold over. And I like the fold to actually be on the bottom of the wrap instead of on the top, like so. You can do it any which way that you want, but I'm going to actually fold it over one complete time. And again, this Tupperware isn't like the Instagram photo worthy Tupperware, but I'm not gonna lie, it is actually perfect for making these. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Again, inside of this, we got the 100 grams of chicken, we got 80 grams of plain non-fat Greek yogurt in there, and then taco seasoning mix. Now it's time to put all of the fun stuff on top that you get to really enjoy. It's a blast of flavor. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna add on top to volumize it a little bit is going to be 60 grams of corn. I just like putting corn on top, again, because right now I'm in a caloric deficit, and this is a great way for low calories to just add in a little bit more volume to just make you feel a little bit fuller throughout the day. So I like to put this on top. If you do have room for a little bit more calories also, I also would highly suggest putting some black beans on top or any other kind of bean on top. And that's another great way to add in a little bit of extra carbs, some extra fiber, and a little bit of extra protein on the top of that too. All right, perfect. So we got 60 grams of corn on top of that. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to toss on top another 60 grams of green salsa verde. So I like to do a little bit of a mix here. So going on top, we got 60 grams of green salsa verde. Boom, just like that. You guys can see how quick and easy it is to make this. And then what we're gonna do, I don't have the top popped off yet, but we're going to use the secret sauce right here, Green Chili Enchilada sauce, and it is so good, guys. So I'm gonna pop this top and put 100 grams on. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm telling you, I could have this meal every single day. It's so tasty. All right, so this is our secret concoction right here. This is just the Great Value brand. You can honestly, El Paso, this brand also has a killer green chili enchilada sauce also. And you could even find a recipe to make your own if you really want to. But again, this one, we're just making this recipe a little bit quicker for all of you busy folks. So we're gonna add 100 grams on top of this. And these sauces, these salsa verde and this green chili enchilada sauce is not high in calories by any means. So you get to put a good amount on. Nice saucy meal. Love a good saucy meal. Next up, this needs to get spruced up a little bit more, and we're gonna do that with some cheese. And today we got saved up for 40 grams of cheese to fit on top to hit my macro goal. Again, you can change the amount of cheese that you put up on top, but what I am using is reduced fat Fiesta blend cheese. The macros on this are actually pretty good too. Per serving, which is 28 grams, it is 5 grams of fat and it is 7 grams of protein. So not too bad for this option with fat, because sometimes cheese you gotta look out for. Sometimes there is a lot. So we're going to sprinkle on 40 grams on top of this. And honestly, it is going to surprise you right there with how much you get to put on top. All right. So just like that, we have the whole thing assembled. This is what it looks like. And now we get to throw it in the microwave here for 4 minutes. You really want it to get nice and warm. Toast it up. Stay tuned, guys, a few moments. You guys, wait until you see this. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. Look at this, guys. So I just want to show you what this final product after it comes out of the microwave looks like. But now it is time to put on a little bit of veggies on top, because again, right now I'm in a caloric deficit. I'm in a cut, and I've in a cut for quite some time. So to be honest with you, I am trying to volumize my meals so that it expands in my stomach, makes me feel full a little bit more with each meal. So what I have here, and I'm not gonna by all means use all this, I have chopped up romaine lettuce and I got chopped up onion right here. I am honestly just going to sprinkle a good amount of this all on top. I'm basically just gonna put it over the whole thing. You're not even gonna see the burrito anymore until we cut into it. And then same thing with the onions. I like to put a lot of this on top. Now, when it comes to tracking the veggies, I personally don't track the veggies unless I'm like using a lot of it. Even with the onions, yes, there are calories in onions. If I'm like exceeding more than like 20 grams of onions, then I will track it. Same thing with like lettuce. If I'm like having a full on like massive salad and that's like the primary meal, I'll track it. But if it's just a little bit on top, just like this, then I typically won't track it. So this is the meal, guys, right here. Let's see the macros. So wait until you hear the macros on this. It's incredible. 62 grams of protein and only 32 grams of carbs and 16.5 grams of fat, with a total amount of calories for this entire thing of 522 calories. This hits the nail on the head when it comes to hitting those macros, and especially when it comes to hitting that protein goal, but even more when you experience the flavor and the taste of this. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it even more. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. If you are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here, because that means a ton to me. I release a new video every single Monday and Thursday, and then if you did not see the last one right here, make sure you click it, check it out, give it a watch, enjoy, peace out, see you guys in the next one.